Kathleen Wynne's job-killing hard left turn. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. After promising free post-secondary tuition, free prescription drugs for your kids, and rent control, Kathleen Wynne and her Liberals are now promising a new batch of ideas stolen from the far left. She wants to bring in socialist job-killing policies as she claims to update Ontario's labor laws. I guess she's got to do something to try and win the 2018 provincial election, and let's face it, she's desperate with a personal approval rating at just 12%. And when it comes to which party voters would back, Wynne and her Liberals sit at 28%, well behind the 41% that Patrick Brown and his progressive Conservatives have. So what are her new ideas? Well, a plan is being presented to her cabinet and party before going to the public, and it's said to include making unionizing easier, increasing the minimum wage dramatically, boosting paid vacation days and sick days, forcing employers to justify why a job is part-time instead of full-time. It all came out in a column by Martin Reg Cohen, published in the official newspaper of the Liberals, the Toronto Red Star. Cohen says the Liberals want to jump up to a $15 an hour minimum wage much quicker. The current minimum wage is $11.40. This would be a 32% increase. But wait, as they say, there's more. Current labor law says employees get a minimum 2 weeks paid vacation for a full-time job. That's money set aside by employers. Well, the Liberals want to make it 3 weeks paid vacation, meaning employers will have to pay people for a week less of work, whether they want to or not. And sick days, paid sick days, said to be on the table as well. Employers will also be forced to justify why someone is a part-time worker, says Cohen. Quote, reversing the onus on part-time work by forcing employers to clearly demonstrate why it's not a full-time permanent job. Too many companies now disguise regular employees as independent contractors or part-timers to avoid paying them full wages and benefits. Excuse me? As an employer, I'm going to have to justify to the government why I want one position to be full-time and another part-time? Whose bloody business do they think it is? But the icing on the cake for the far left that's pushing all of this is making it easier to unionize by taking away the secret ballot for union votes. Union members and unthinking leftists like to claim that secret ballots, well, it leads to intimidation by employers, and that's why when people get to make their views known in secret, union drives are less successful. Doesn't make any sense. But they actually deny that having someone show up at your workplace, your home, your kid's school, and asking you to sign a card saying you're going to join a union, well, that's not intimidating at all, they claim. That's what it's going to be in the new system. This plan from the Liberals is all about tilting the balance of power in a big way towards employees and well away from employers. And employers' groups are rightly furious. The Canadian Federation of Independent Business represents 42,000 small businesses that employ 500,000 people in Ontario. And they point out that these reforms being considered by Wynne's Liberals come on top of increases in the EI premiums they have to pay, the Canada Pension Plan premiums they have to pay, all of that brought in by Justin Trudeau's Liberals. And the CFIB says it will simply be too much. Labor reforms, such as the ones being discussed in the media, would devastate small businesses and as a result would kill jobs and slow down economic growth. But maybe slowing down economic growth is a small price for Wynne and the Liberals to pay if it gets them back into power. Killing the jobs of others to save their jobs will just mean, well, there'd be more people to apply for free tuition or a guaranteed minimum income. All of the policies that Wynne has come out with lately seek to appeal to a dedicated section of voters, left-wing voters, that see the government as the answer to every problem. And my fear is it might work. That's why we need to push back with facts on how burdening employers with increased costs on top of increased costs, well, it doesn't provide for more jobs, but less. As costs go up, well, those part-time jobs disappear. Some full-time jobs will become part-time as employers find ways to deal with this. Ontarians need to know that if Wynne's plans for labor reform go through, it's only about protecting one job and one job only. Hers. If you like the video you just watched, make sure you never miss a Rebel video again. Click here to subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to Rebel Canada yet, it's a new and exciting channel. Make sure you do that.